Good morning. Welcome to the Lowdown. My name is Doblo. I am your host. And thank God we're back, baby. Thank God we're back, baby. I need like the energy of the Kool-Aid man when I say that. Just bust through the wall. Oh, yeah. For real, guys, really had a pretty cool weekend here. Had a big weekend, honestly, or at least it felt like it. We did the poll on my page. That was fun. I'm going to try to do some more of those. We're going to cover that. I got some good talking points, and then we're going to hit the news at the end. And we're going to get started. I'm very excited for my first full week doing the show. This really feels like the real deal. And I was excited walking into Monday here because it kind of felt like I was starting to get my sea legs a little bit. Saturday, I tried to do my first long-scale show there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot more in the tank. I think I just had I was a little nervous, and that doesn't happen much for me walking into Saturday. I didn't know how to just start talking indefinitely into a mic. I think I was maybe born to do talking indefinitely, but still is a little nerve-wracking. Guys, I got my legal pad here with my little bullet points, a cup of mud. I feel like I'm about to litigate somebody. No, for real though, guys. I'm hoping this cup of coffee here kickstarts my heart. Man, Motley Crue, you guys had one heck of a song title there. Great song, but the song title's even better. I remember being a kid and just thinking that was like the coolest name for a song. So I'm hoping my cup of coffee here kickstarts my heart. All right, let's go right into the weekend here. We'll come to the poll here in a minute. Let's go into the weekend. For me, guys, I've been trying to get outside, do a lot of swimming right now, locked inside this house like a prison all winter. So now that it's summertime, now that I can get out into our big, beautiful Lake Cumberland, now that I can get into the pool, I'm getting outside and getting some of that vitamin D, baby. Getting that sunlight. And it's good for you. The sunlight, as long as you ain't out there cooking in it, and you know what you're doing, you're wearing sunscreen when you're supposed to. The sun is medicine, people. It really is. There's a reason we get seasonal depression, things like that, not enough sunlight. So I've been making myself do that. And yes, people, believe it or not, I've been swimming. It's kind of like a dog, three-legged dog swimming in a circle. That's me. I'm missing my right arm here, my right wing, if you will. Can't fly right. But I can swim. I'm not completely swimming in a circle, so that's been interesting. We had the big Duke boys jump up in Somerset, jumped over the fountain. I'm not going to lie, I couldn't resist, people. I don't care. I thought it was a terrible idea from the get-go, and my inner redneck could not rest. I had to go. And, man, got to talk about that. I got to talk to you all about that because it was something, right? That doesn't just happen everywhere. Definitely doesn't happen everywhere. It made sense to me that it happened in Somerset, right here close to home, though. Guys, it was really cool for me anyways, because I think everybody from around here grew up watching the old Duke boys. We all felt like Bo and Luke Duke at some point when we were a teenager and we got our license out on a country road somewhere. You know what I mean? It was just something. Maybe you had the old Duke Boys theme song playing in your car when you were 16. Man, just a cool moment. But I had a couple of observations while I was up there. Really quite a crowd turned out for that. And, me and my wife went up there. And this crowd, guys, listen, if China thinks they can walk over here at any point, Russia, any of our countries, we'll call them enemies, ever think they've got something, I'm not sure they could even take on that crowd right there, because that was the most rednecking, toughest, roughest, meanest crowd you ever did see. And that was really something. Now, when I left, I did feel like I need a shower because there was some sketchy old birds up there. Moving on. I went and watched the F1 movie yesterday, the new Formula One movie. Wow, guys, wow. You all should go check that out. It was really, really, really a good movie. It was the first time in a very long time that I got that old sense of walking out of the movies with just kind of an awestruck from a movie I'd seen. I don't know. Movies have seemed to gone downhill, even though CGI and special effects have got better. And they did a really good job in this, had a good budget. I think Apple had a hand in making it, and they kind of have been crushing everything they've been making. And so, wow. Go check it out, guys. Go check it out. I loved it. I've been watching Formula One, though, for years, so maybe I had a little skin in the game there just from being a Formula One fan, but I really loved it. Really loved it. I'm probably going to go watch it again in IMAX just to see how good that could be. This was, I thought this was interesting. This was Brad Pitt's biggest box office weekend ever. And that's pretty incredible when you think about the movies he's been in. Because holy cow, World War Z, Fury, all the stuff he did when he was younger. So for this to be his biggest box office weekend, well, guys, that's saying something right there. That's saying something. That ain't nothing to just shake a stick at. I really do recommend going to see that movie because it, they just did a great job. The music, everything just hit the spot there. Guys, when I get off of this podcast this morning, I'm going to throw on the Theo Vaughn podcast. He had Thomas Massey on over the weekend, who is a Kentucky Congress member, and he's my favorite. I'm going to listen to that right there. I'm going to listen to the podcast and maybe try to get a little bit of what's going on in the Big Beautiful Bill from his point of view. I'm hoping they'll cover that. The Big Beautiful Bill has got so much to cover in it right now. I need to do some more research if I'm even going to cover it. But I think you all would be better off to just do your Googling, listen to this podcast, find a good podcast. If you have any questions on a good podcast to listen to on stuff like this, just hit me up. I've got a couple of random ones that I listen to that aren't fun and are strictly informational only. So I could shout those out to you. So that's kind of what I'm going to do next after this. That's what the start of my Monday morning is going to look like. Let's talk about this poll. I posted up on the old Spacebooks there. I said, what's more gay? Saying you're not gay, but dating a trans? Or saying you would punch a drill sergeant in the face so you didn't join? You didn't join the Army because you'd punch a drill sergeant in the face. And, well, the votes are in, guys. And it seems like unequivocally that people really think it's gay to say that, which makes my heart happy because it is, in my understanding, super gay to say that. There were a couple votes for the saying you're not gay and dating a trans, but it was a pretty clear winner there. That made me laugh. I hope that made you guys laugh. I'm running out of time here, so I got to get going. Guys, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. I know we're getting to the end of our 10 minutes here. It looks like they did find the suspect in the Idaho brush fire shootings this morning. And, man, I've got so much info on this, and we don't have enough time. I really hope they gave him a hollow-pointed message with their wireless hole puncher. And I hope he was scared at the end because that was truly one of the most dreadful things I've ever seen. Using a brush fire to draw in firefighters is just, it's absurdity. It's terrorism. It's just disgusting. I absolutely do not have words for it. I pray for those people. I don't understand. I really don't. Guys, that's a little mountain town kind of similar to where we live. So, it's out west, but it's the same kind of idea. 56,000 population, little old country town. I don't think anyone there probably ever expected that. So my heart goes out to those people. To the guys that are still in surgery from the shooting. I think there's one still in surgery, actually. I pray you recover. I'm going to pray after this that you do recover. Song of the day. I didn't mean to bring it down like that, guys. Let's bring it back up. Let's bring that energy back up. It's Monday. We got stuff to do. You guys have more things to do than I do, so it's time to go get to it. There's no breaks today. Today is gas only. I'm going to give you Song of the day, Hard Working Man. Marcus King. Go whoop some tail. We got a long week ahead of us, and we're going to do it all together. Love y'all. Bye.